Oh, hey Owen, how you doing?
Depressed.
You and your jokes.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
We spent nothing on this introduction.
For the love of God, help me!
This is our podcast. Yeah.
It's a podcast. Nobody cares. Email us at waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com. Why, you ask?
Why?
Thanks, Phil. Well, it's simple. Prizes out the wazoo. Do you have a wazoo? I don't even know what a wazoo. Do you have a kazoo? Make a kazoo noise, Phil. Go. Prizes out the kazoo. We can answer your questions if you have any questions, and if you have any life issues, me and Phil and I, we will get to your life issues. So if you have any issues that you need ironed out, I don't know, maybe your dog isn't fully trained and you need tips on dog training, Phil's your man. Or if you've got girl problems, I'm your man. You know, stuff like that. It's great. Now we got a lot coming up today.
I have some objection with that man bit.
Go for it.
No, I'm objecting to you being a man. No, I'm objecting to your man bits. Coming up from his man bits.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a mainly me podcast. Phil is getting hammered over there, so don't worry about him. There's some changes to the schedule, but don't worry about that. You're in safe hands with me. When have I ever steered you wrong?
Don't worry, your pretty little coconuts.
Now, Phil.
That was supposed to be reassuring, not degrading, so I apologize if it was like, well, fuck you.
Alright, brilliant. We're off to a good start. Phil.
Fuck you. What?
I'm not here when this video is uploaded. What? You say?
Yeah. Wait, repeat what you said that I didn't hear?
I'm not here when this video is uploaded.
You're not here when this video is uploaded. Oh, okay.
Let me explain, Phil.
That's going to take a long time if you try to explain Phil. Oh, no, wait. Let you explain, Phil. Period.
Thanks, Phil. Now,
Period.
obviously you don't know because you're one of those scum, but if there's any partners out there, you will know that YouTube grants us lovely people the option to schedule uploads. So this is going to be scheduled to be uploaded on Thursday. Isn't that great, Phil?
It's like I'm peering into the future.
Exactly. We're recording this on a Sunday, and it's going to be uploaded on a Thursday. Now, Phil, why am I not going to be here on a Thursday?
Before we get to that, I'd like to make a prediction about the lottery for Pennsylvania. 4 digits. 7, 1, 2, 1. I think on Thursday you're going to some sort of gaming convention.
Exactly. So when this gets published, I don't know what time it is going to be for me, but I will be in London at the Eurogamer Expo. It's a big gaming convention. I went last year, and it's going to be exciting. There's lots of cool games there, which I won't really bore you with, but the noticeable ones are Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 3, Halo 4, Resident Evil 6, and there's other great things there. Hideo Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, is going to be there. I got a boner for Metal Gear Solid, so that's going to be awesome. So that's where I am right now,
to the motherfucking
in London. 3. How exciting!
I can feel your excitement. in your man bits.
Don't touch my man bits. Now, yesterday, Phil, I told you,
yes.
palming clitoris.
You told me. Well, I guess you can say you told me. It was a non sequitur. It was just there.
No, remember? I told you, palming clitoris. Now, I said I would elaborate more on the podcast, which I'm actually doing now. Have you ever palmed a clitoris yourself?
I guess I have, yes.
Well, brilliant. So this actually relates to gaming, believe it or not.
Okay. Not anything to do with just slipping your hand down panties or anything like that and going too far back.
Well, no, that is
palming
the
the vagina.
case. But so every now and again in my boring little life, I get awesome gaming moments.
Right.
They're few and far between, but when they do happen, they're absolutely awesome.
Would you describe it as sparkly?
Yes, I would. It's very sparkly. So, you know the game Counter-Strike, Phil? Counter-Strike Source.
Yes, I believe so. A militant first-person shooter game.
Yes, but yeah, and there's lots of
Heavily
user mods and whatnot. And I was playing a
yes,
user mod.
Yes.
It was a big server. There's about...
Hang on. Is that the one where you showed me a picture and there were flying dicks?
The very same, yes.
Okay. I am familiar then with that which you speak.
Oh, it makes it sound like I got dicks on my hard drive, which is true.
In and out, in and out. Anyway.
So I had this
Counter-Strike.
awesome gaming moment where it was late in the evening. I was bored. I just jumped on Counter-Strike, to play to relax, to unwind and whatnot. And
You play games to do that? Weird.
I know, because I'm so good. It's just naturally, it's great for me just to, ease the tension by poning the noobs and whatnot. And there's these sort of programs that you can, third-party programs that you can use that will play like music or whatever you want over the microphone while you're in game.
Right. Gotcha.
And there was this dude called...
To be an annoying shit.
Yeah, exactly. So usually
Gotcha.
it's used for griefing and trolling, but what started out as a grief and a troll turned out to bring the whole server together as a family.
Through song.
Well, to palming clitorises. Okay, so the dude who was using that program over microphone was called 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God. Okay.
Ah, you with me now, yes? It's starting all
Yes.
to fit together. And guess what he was doing?
Was he reading the book?
He had an he had an audio book.
Was it Gilbert Godfrey reading it?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh. That's the guy that talks like this. He was the parrot in Aladdin.
Oh, that would be a huge turn off.
Yeah, it's online. You just search it on YouTube. It's fucking funny.
It was this really seductive woman. And, he started playing... it was a really, sexual chapter, but he started playing it, and everybody was like, oh, shut up, faggot, turn it off, we're trying to concentrate here. But as it got on, the palming clitorises, the woman come, the man come, the fingering, it was really weird. At the end of it, we were all, correcting the writer's grammar, and we're just like, oh no, you shouldn't have you put two deliciouses so close together, it just...
Damn, I'm gonna have to wait till Thursday to... Continue. Yes, it's a weird book, and it's this construction.
Exactly, it's terrible. So we are now, for some reason, reviewing 50 Shades of Grey as it's going on. Most of us have stopped playing the game now, and we're just furiously typing to keep up with what's being read. It was insane. Some of us were still playing the game. I was still playing the game. But we did notice the more sexual the lady read, the more people stopped playing.
Well, yeah, if it's a woman reading it.
And we were just wondering how many people are fapping right now. But it's one of those awesome gaming moments that you can only get, really.
That's not a gaming
It
moment.
is the gaming moment because we were just there. Somebody was
All
trying
right,
to troll
that's
us.
more of a
and then we all banded
community.
together. Dissed.
All right, so you were saying you all banded together to listen and get erotically charged. No. I have the book in another room.
What do you do with the book?
Well, when I say I have the book in the other room, it's her book. It's not mine.
Well, your wife is one dirty son of a bitch.
No, you know what? I've read when I was younger. I can remember when I was like 13 or 14 reading the exact type of book. And it was just had a more silly name and a silly title. And like, oops, I saw the babysitter type thing.
I didn't realize how graphic it was. I thought it was like softcore porn. No, they're like talking about fully erections. Okay, one of the things that
denim-clad manliness.
I just remembered. So he was having his way with this virgin, okay? And she's describing it. Oh, yeah, it's great. There's a mixture of sweat and blood and, semen in the mix. And
some of the best smells in the world right there.
I want to smell that shit. And then a few minutes later,
don't
back banging.
Don't add fecal matter. Sorry,
but the back banging again, like a few minutes later. And he sticks his thumb into the woman's vagina, starts massaging it from the inside out.
Sorry, why are you getting technical now?
Because because this is something that I remember, and I'm just thinking, why are women reading this? Because it's a complete turn off for me. But so he's got his thumb up there, massaging the inside of the walls. That's what she said.
I've got me thumb up her connie.
And then he pulls it out, and then he demands her to suck her thumb. And then she's like, ooh, I sucked his thumb. It was quite salty, but with a hint of blood. And I'm just thinking, the fuck, woman? You just sucked your own vagina blood. How is this a popular book? If you put that in any other publicized reading outlet, I don't know, people would be reading that shit. I don't know how this got off the ground. She just sucked her own vagina blood. What the fuck is wrong with you?
To be fair, in the realm of, I guess we'll say fetishes, but in the realm of sexual kinks, that ain't out there. That's not like those weird pictures you see of the dudes driving around these motorized carts that have chicks strapped upside down and they're getting fucked. It's like a little golf cart fucking machine.
But they're not sucking their own blood out of their...
I don't know. I think what I'm describing is way more left field than some...
See, I find that way more disgusting. The other thing is fine to me.
All right, moving right along. Oh, no, wait. Speaking of fucking, I was thinking about the world recently, Owen.
Oh, yes. It's a big place, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Well, I don't want to sound cliche, but as a father, I'm thinking about the future of the world. And,
Yay!
Yeah, and I don't think it's good. One of the problems is people not getting along. I think, and this is where I need the help because I'm sure there's a name for this other than the one I've given it, but how would you describe it? What would you label this? I think everyone should bang interracially, like as much as possible. We need to breed children that
multicultural loving.
Yes, that are just the culmination of everything, so that at no point can you point at somebody and be like, aha, you're different. I mean, unless they don't have limbs or some shit. I don't. But as far as the color goes...
But I believe that is actually happening now. I believe, the white race, the quote-unquote pure white race is dying out.
Is that like pure sugar? Sorry.
Exactly. So, yeah, because people are traveling more, people are banging a lot more, and it is actually happening.
Yes. So, what is that called? That the belief or hope that humanity might just eke on by.
I think
people
that's
could get along
being
through
gullible.
fucking. Oh, I was calling it fuckism. Like, if we all followed a strict code of fuckism that, my generation, man, we're shit out of luck. But your generation, the generation below you,
See, I think...
good times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, we don't want to get too heavy, but I think all the answers, well, not all the answers, but most of the answers lead in exploration of our own cosmos. I think that's where it all lies. But then people are like, hey, why should we go out exploring there when we can't even fix our issues here? And I'm just thinking, well,
I understand that. I understand that. But
it can inspire people to fix the problems here on Earth, or it could be a reason for leaving Earth. To start
all right, I'm
afresh.
talking about taking a major kink out of society, as opposed to focusing on what is soon to be a pressing problem. But what's it gonna matter if we're still all like, "Hey, fuck you, you're different." It's like, why are we gonna care anyway?
I don't think
Nobody's gonna wanna
race
get
is
involved.
much of an issue anymore. I think it's religion.
I think you're wrong. Well, all right, then we need to start banging interreligiously.
Islam's a fucking crazy man. Muslim's crazy. Oh.
All right. Then
Hey, Phil.
let's blow up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Whoever survives gets the ability to rebuild the world. We'll see what happens.
I like that idea.
And everybody wants to play Fallout in real life, and everybody wants to say, "Dude, you wouldn't last 3 minutes in
I
a
don't
post-apocalyptic world."
World on fire.
Yo, no lie. One time, riding my bike, was riding past this old veterans home, like by the waterfront, and that shit was playing on the loudspeakers. And I stopped. I was trying to call my brother. I'm like, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm freaking out. Nobody's around. I need to see somebody walk by or a car, or I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
And that's when you realized you're in Megaton.
Oh, no, that's when I realized that something else came on after. By the time his message was like, boop, like a different song, the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Like, never mind.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, what? Huh?
Remember the last podcast we spoke?
No. Are you shit? Remember my whole issue with people asking me if I remember things? Just say the stuff. You'll be able to tell if I remember or not.
I'm just remembering, and if you remember in the last podcast that we spoke.
There was a point. Ooh, my ears are
Just
getting
wanted to remind you of the happy times. Moving on to...
My neighbors, real fast.
You want to do your neighbours?
because-
Let's do your neighbours.
Let's do your neighbors. The window's open. No. You know how I tell you about my kind deeds to the old lady across the street and to the right? It's just so somebody knows that I'm doing nice things.
How about a quick refresh? What are some of the things you've done?
I have battened down all her stuff outside during storms. I get broken limbs off her roof, saw
Oh, I just
some
thought
of
that
the
you just
fallen
picked
branches.
up, like, blown up limbs. There's a lot of accidents over there, so you pick up the kids'
there's a lot
broken
of-
limbs. Just...
Whoever designed this town didn't realize that, or something funky, pine trees around here, it's like 50-50. Every time there's a storm, everybody's getting rid of their pine trees. It's a weird thing. Anyway, so these people move in. They friggin' like redid her backyard. They super scored brownie points. They outdid me so much. They're so community minded. They know things about people. I mean, we've lived here for several years. We didn't know half the shit. They were like, "Oh, we met these people and they're so lovely," and they told us this, that, and the other thing. Really?
So
Huh.
that old lady's probably thinking, that asshole's been here for several years and he hasn't done as much as them.
Exactly.
What a dick.
The dude, he's like, gonna rent a wood chipper and take. Oh man.
So is this
So,
going to be some sort of
I'm-
Good Samaritan war going on now?
Well, I've I'm conscripted now into the help when, like next weekend, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be working in her yard. And
I think she's just taking advantage of all of you now.
yeah, it's fine.
You don't
It's
sound fine with it. Call her out
Well,
on this
no,
podcast.
because you know what?
Mysterious
No,
lady, stop.
that noise you just heard was me getting up and looking and going, it is kind of an eyesore. And my wife, she's cheesed because for like the past half year, she's been like, let's go over, let's do it. I can plant a nice garden. I can do this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, no, let's let her be. And now this bubbly couple are like, we're doing everything and rainbows are shining. And I'm like, you missed your chance, honey.
I think there's going to be a passive-aggressive war going on. I can feel it.
It is, and what are the chances? I have to whisper now, even with the window closed, but I don't think they can have children. And I think this because it's one of the first things they mention to us. They're going to kill us and steal our child. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the podcast. We're in deep already, and we haven't gotten to any feature.
I fear for your child. Now, my news story. Phil Shodderly hasn't done any news. But my news story, do you want to... You can read it. You can do something for a change. I picked this one out because I loves it.
All right. I do believe I had to make... Jesus, Mary and Joseph. That is quite a link.
It's quite long, huh?
Yes. Woman yelling, I'm Jack Sparrow. Hijack's ferry. All right. Jack Sparrow, as played so memorably by Johnny Depp in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie series, might be a pirate, but we kind of doubt he'd steal a passenger ferry and randomly crash it into other boats. Well, I'd like to disagree with that person right there.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, that's just what a drunk British woman did last fall, according to the UK Telegraph, and she was claiming to be Jack Sparrow when she did it. Oh, I envy her already. It's just the way I'm feeling. The newspaper reports that Alison Whelan from Devon, England, climbed onto a moored double-decker ferry, unmoored it herself, and smashed it into a number of other vessels as she drifted away. But the best part, Whelan was reportedly yelling, I'm Jack Sparrow, and I'm a pirate, as she stole the boat. The article says Whelan had been drinking Lambrini, an alcoholic beverage made from pears. I'm going to click on that real fast. Oh, interesting. Oh, the decline of revival of traditional perry. Anyway, she reportedly also taunted the police from the water saying, what are you going to do now? And I believe this is out of your jurisdiction. Savvy? The BBC reports it took authorities an hour to catch the free-floating ferry. Where was this? That they don't have sea vehicles fast enough to catch a double-decking
Dude,
ferry?
we're so far behind. We just got horse and chariots.
I think I just turned that into a curse. You double-decking ferry.
When she was caught by the cops, did she just go, parlay?
Yeah. She later actually pled guilty to aggravated vehicle taking. I guess there's passive versions of that. And was sentenced on Wednesday to 112 days in prison. Apparently, walking the plank is not a punishment for would-be pirates in Britain. Who wrote this shit? That's one thing I would like to institute in season 2 or whatever, Owen. I'd like to put this down for the record that whatever our news source is, we start calling out these authors. This was by Gail, who spells her name Gael, unless it could be Joel, for all I fucking know. Gail Fashingbauer Cooper, NBC News. You wrote a shitty article.
I would have loved
Gail.
to have been there. Because I got the Pirates of the Caribbean theme on my phone. I would have just started playing that and just watched it go.
Yeah.
I'm Jack Sparrow. You never catch me, copper. She just
This is the tale of Captain Allison Whelan
stealing your boats. Right. What?
from Devon, England. Yeah. I don't have any news. This was all strange.
That's
and
all
foreign
right,
to me.
because
I'm-
we're on
I'm
to
very-
questions
we're
only.
on questions only.
Now,
I
I've got a
vaguely
feeling
recall
I'm
this.
going to win this one because Phil
I've
is...
got a feeling. Hang on. I've got a feeling.
Okay, while he sneezes
it's
or
gone.
whatever. Questions only. We can only answer in questions. If we take too long to say a question, it's game over. Or if we don't say a question, obviously it's game over. Now, our scenario is we're in a theme park that's on fire. Phil, do you want to go first? Oh, that's a question. Oh, I started. Oh.
Wait, did you start? Didn't we start this the last time that way? Just, you're starting. Go. Park's on fire.
Who's starting?
The park's on fire. You're going first.
Okay. Hey, do you know where the exits are?
No. How on earth are we going to find them?
I don't know. Aren't you the attendant?
Do I look like I'm an attendant?
Why are you wearing an attendant's jacket?
I took it to cover my face. Can't you see? It's on my face.
Why would you do that?
Why would you not do that? It's safety first, idiot. Like how I threw an insult.
How is that safety? Shouldn't we be dropping to the ground?
Where did you hear that?
Don't you listen to the news?
What's that got to do with this?
Would you believe me if I didn't know?
Don't I know you?
Who do you think I am?
Aren't you that guy that got burnt horribly 2 years ago in this very building?
Oh, I can't come back from that, Ewan.
Yeah.
Oh.
What an absurd game. Speaking of absurd, is it not absurd that nobody has claimed their $20 prize yet?
Because we haven't chosen to give it to somebody yet.
Somebody else,
Yes,
though,
we haven't
correct?
given it to somebody else.
Okay. Is everybody up as far as Steam prizes?
I believe so. I believe so.
All right. If not, once again, forward your emails to waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com. If you've been listening to the podcast and you've been going, what the shit? Why has nobody responded? If you won something, let us know. I know there's stuff from the previous podcast. We'll get to that later on.
Yo-yo is incoming. Now, this would obviously be the point where we do Master Debater. We don't have that, but I will read the results out for the Master Debater. So, last 2 weeks or whatever, I don't know, last Master Debater was about the existence of porn. Well, not the existence of porn, but the existence of porn starring people over the age of 75.
Yes.
Phil, you were against it, I believe, and I was for it.
Yeah, but in a way, being against it is sort of... No, go ahead.
No, go on, explain yourself.
No, I was
don't
trying
care.
to
So,
make a play of
I've got
words
the
on
scores
being
tallied
against
up.
Old people. Tally whacker.
I've got the scores
Yeah.
tallied up. Phil, drum roll, please.
Hey, it's not like you're not going to get that. Maybe episode 13.
The winner
You'll get this
of the Master Debater
clicking noise.
is...
Owen, we've seen it.
It's actually Phil with an astounding 33-30. Phil actually led the votes in the YouTube comments, but on Facebook I was a clear steam. But yeah,
Oh, that's
you
right. See, I
you
forgot
won
your
by the YouTube votes.
I forgot about your fucked up way of measuring this. But yay, thank you, people. Thank you for agreeing with rational thought.
I can't believe it, people. You do not appreciate and you do not allow people to enjoy themselves in their own private settings. You are
Not
terrible
over
people.
75. No. You just can't produce. You can be 75 and get funky and shit. Whatever.
Again, somebody has a fetish for it. Who cares? It's got to exist for somebody.
It's for the safety. Yeah, all right. Some people like to see really, really young people naked. We have to protect the young.
This isn't anything about the young, though.
Look, the debate's over.
Oh, hold me back.
I've got to shut my window. I'm so worried.
Okay, so when he comes back, we're going to be doing lateral
I didn't have to
thinking.
go far. I didn't go. Wait, did we do a Would You Rather last time? Is that something we have to address? We didn't get any emails.
No,
saying,
we didn't.
like-
We didn't.
Okay. But we did announce who won something.
Probably.
All right, that person needs to go back and let us know if we missed you. Okay.
We should start
You said
noting these
something-
people down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, lateral thinking. This is where you can win something. Yes, you.
Them.
Now, I've chosen a easy one for Phil. Well, what I deem to be easy.
You said that the last 2 times.
Well, I've got a lot more on stake than your $10 prizes. Okay, these are like 4 games. And I'm going to let you choose what we give away. So, what's up for grabs? Shall we have LA Noire, the complete edition, Hitman, the complete edition, or the Deus Ex collection?
Gonna have to go with the Hitman action because it's been on my mind.
You're going for the Hitman that contains Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Hitman Blood Money, and Hitman Codename 45. So that's 3 games. And
That is an awesome prize.
and it all rests on this question, Phil.
Hang on. Let me consume alcohol so that I might...
That's going to make you think better.
yes,
Swig,
so that I
swig,
might
swig.
improve my judgment tenfold. Okay.
Okay. So the question is,
A lot of head there. Sorry.
5 pieces of coal, a carrot, and a scarf are lying on the lawn. Nobody put them on the lawn, but they are...
The carrot's a rapist. Sorry. Go ahead.
You've won! Bloody hell! It was used in a rape and it fell out whilst the victim was running home.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to start over now. You ruined that.
5 pieces of coal, a carrot, and a scarf are lying on the lawn. Nobody put them
Oh,
on.
it's a snowman.
Nobody put them on the lawn, but they are there for a
The
perfectly
snowman melted.
But they,
I'm not, and this isn't something I've heard before,
but they are
it's the
there
only
for a
scenario.
perfectly logical reason.
There's no
Why
other
should
reason.
they be there?
There's no. Hey, everybody! I just got you the easiest copy of a game ever because I was able to discern after 3 decades of living why immediately there would be 5 pieces of coal and a carrot on the lawn. And you did say it would be an easy one.
I did.
So it's like Owen is just giving something
Yes.
away. Would you like to ask another question?
Is there like a universal sort of snowman code? Does it always have to be 5 pieces of coal? Does it really have to be a carrot? Can you swap it for a turnip?
I bet you if
Who's wasting a perfectly good scarf?
you've hunted down the answer to that, it would probably go back to comics from back.
But
in the
anyway,
day. I think
it's
that's
time
how
to
they
find
were
out whether you are right or wrong.
Okay.
Drum
Is this
or-
going to be like?
Can I have...
Is this going to be like the shows where they're like, "Oh, you didn't wait for the question to finish, so you don't even get the chance." That's your answer. Tough titties.
Your answer was a rapist carrot.
Still a viable answer.
I don't know how that's viable at all. Somebody's beeping outside.
I heard. I was about to accuse you of sound effectism.
Shut up out there! Okay, so can you give us a dramatic sound effect? Then I will reveal whether you're right or wrong.
Dramatic sound effect. Okay, hang on.
You're right. Hey, who knew? So if you want to win Hitman collection,
Didn't I just win it?
you won it for somebody.
For Skimbosh.
Not for you, noob. So if you want a chance to win, all you have to do is email in waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com. It could be news, it could just be appreciation, or it could be an issue. It could just be anything that you want. Penis enhancement? Sure, Phil needs it. Email in waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com.
I didn't win anything?
You, my friend, won the option. Well, you won somebody the chance to win. So you won the viewers a chance to possibly get said prize.
I know.
So,
Owen, what I was doing, I was acting. Yes. All right. Little addendum to what he was saying about the emails. You can't just email in and be like, all right, dudes, thanks for the game. It just doesn't work that way. Engage us, please, in conversation that we will get to in a podcast. Yes, I was just acting. I was role-playing, Owen. That's what I was doing. Huh? You didn't think I'd be able to segue shit, did you?
Nice
I'll
segue.
take that.
What's the roleplay scenario for today?
This is actually based on a predicament in my life from a long time ago. All right. It's a little different now after 9/11. I'm probably confusing you. Let me give you the scenario.
I'm a terrorist on a plane.
You're in New York, but you're on a class trip. You're in school, you're on a class trip, and you are going to the Statue of Liberty.
Gotcha.
Now, Statue of Liberty, pre-9/11, you pretty much go up a skirt. Oh, right up there! You go up a skirt, and it's...
The freedom pussy.
You go up a boy, you come down a man.
Covered in blood and somebody just sucks you.
Yes, and just like my first time having sex, it smelled of thousands of immigrants. So you're going up a spiral staircase. Oh, honey, if you happen to be listening to this, you know the truth. You know the jokes. You know what happened. The Border Patrol, they were very nice. So, and it's a slow, you pretty much go up one spiral staircase, peer out her crown, her headdress, get a nice view. But you're really getting shuffled. It's nobody. There's nobody at the time. There's nobody, but this is your scenario. There's nobody there controlling the flow of traffic saying, all right, jog on. You've been here long enough. Stop hogging the view. And then you go down another spiral staircase. There's no room. I mean, if you have to go, you're like, oh my God, I can't do heights or whatever. You're fucked. You're fucked. You have to go up, across, and then down. It's just, that's the way it was. So you're on a class trip. You're on the way up. Are you able to role play having a friend? A best friend?
I don't like what you're insinuating.
This is much like a scenario I mentioned to you before. Okay, so you're on this spiral staircase.
Who are you role playing then?
No way up. I'm going... Well, you'll see. You'll see. All right, so we're in this scenario. I'm your best friend. Oh, Christ. I'm your best friend.
Hey,
Owen.
Phil.
Don't talk to me. I'm still upset about you not wanting to trade lunch.
Well, it's not my fault. My mother makes the best sandwiches, and your mother just, I don't know what she does, just piles dirt in your bag. It's a bad deal for me, so no.
So we're on the spiral staircase, moving slowly, and it's a very sharp staircase as far as you're pretty much in the person's ass.
Oh, I feel like I'm there already.
Yeah, the steps are like kind of huge, so that you're just always at somebody's ass level. So you're at my ass level. You're beneath me, Owen. Okay. For the record, the way this happened in life, I was in your position. But you're in my position now. You are on the lower.
Gotcha. And in 20 years, I'm going to be giving this position to somebody else.
Possibly.
That went horribly wrong.
Little tip for back in the day: if you're gonna go up the Statue of Liberty, don't eat like 18 fucking hot dogs before we go up there, okay? Because what happens is your best friend shits himself. And then tries to deny it when it's obvious from seeing all the previous abdominal discomfort and the fact that you mentioned it and the fact that he seems fine now other than a bit moist and smelly and that it's noticeable.
So are you going to shit yourself?
I have just done so.
Are we role playing? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. How do you survive that situation?
Okay, so
you can't turn around.
You're in front of me. So I'm just going to make idle chit chat and... Alright, okay. Can't believe they made us go to this thing again.
Oh, I know, but for my first time in New York, I gotta say, I really like the hot dogs.
Man, I would not go to them because I've heard like some sort of sick fact that they drop like 1/3 of their hot dogs, but they just pop them on and just sell them again. It's not nice.
I don't know. They were tasty.
I wouldn't have done that. They're just a bit sick, really.
You don't mind if
how's the line looking from your end? Because
I'm gonna turn around and face you.
Oh, please don't.
It's just no. It's better this way. I don't want to. If I turn around, then I have to look at the woman in front of me.
I mean, I love you like a
She's
brother,
a lunch
but
lady.
I'm on a lower step, so it's kind of a bit awkward.
What do you mean you love me like a brother?
Well, just don't worry about that. I'm just, Yeah, have you been working out? Because your inner thighs, they're a bit, they look a bit toned. Do you mind if I touch them? Yeah. Yeah. No, that's solid. What have you done? Leg squats or...
Squats. Okay, well, that one didn't go anywhere. So, do you have any interesting scenarios you'd like to see us roleplay?
Why'd you end it always on the good parts? We were going to get there. We were going to get somewhere.
We were going to get where? You started patting down my shit-laden thighs. Got to make sure that window's shut.
You had this far too early. I was going to get there. I was going to, when the line was going to start moving, I was going to get things going. You ended it far too prematurely, but hey.
Oh, you were going to make a joke there, and then you didn't realize how to end it, didn't you?
I was going to get there. I just took it as a challenge.
That's your motto, isn't it? I was going to get there.
I took it as a challenge when you said this one isn't sexual, so I made it sexual. Damn it.
I'm totally going to remind you of that being your tagline at the beginning of every episode from...
It was good sound effects though, right? Anyway.
Yeah, that's good tapping, Owen. Good tapping.
I was just slapping my willy back and forth. Now, I don't really have anything else, so shall we move on to viewer mail / news?
Hang on, let me look at my notes. Did we talk about fuckism?
Yes.
Yes, we did. I wrote down gaming for elders, but I didn't scratch anything else further from that, so I don't know.
What would that be? Gaming for elders?
It's not gaming to own them.
No, I mean...
It's like, oh shit, did you just finish that game in record time? Here's somebody's Grandpa Joey. He's all yours.
Where am I?
Yeah. I'd rather win his medication. No, I don't know. I wrote, this might have something to do with email, maybe. So let's go to viewer mail.
Do we want to do viewer news?
And then we did the news. I'm Jack Sparrow.
Okay, so we got some more news from Monique and
Monique I.
Monique and they sent.
Why did you do the whole name? She clearly signs it Monique I.
Uh-oh. It's a good job I didn't spell it Iyile.
Sorry, Monique. You have joined one of the growing number of people who have had their names read out on this podcast.
We've really got to stop doing that. Okay, and Monique or Illy says she sent. Oh, I don't know if it's she. Is it Monique in there? I don't know.
Monique is.
It's usually a female name.
I feel like it would be safe to say that
it's usually a ghetto
she.
black name.
Monique. When I think Monique, I think of the larger blackish comedian.
I think of.
I said larger blackish. I meant largish black largish comedian.
I just think of
Monique,
ghetto black with a big booty and some big lips, or some fat lips with a PH.
I'm thinking of fuckism again. Sorry. So all the males here.
I think he's coming on to you, Monique.
I have checked them out. They're all written by the same person at the Huffington Post. Just so
okay,
you know.
great. Some of the news isn't that great. One of the things, headline-wise, it was pretty good. I thought. Arthur,
I know what you're gonna pick.
Which one?
Well, you already started, so it's not.
Well, which one did you think?
The Russell Neff licked remote control.
Nope.
Go with your flamingo.
Thank you, Phil. Arthur O'Neill had 39 pink flamingo statues stolen from yard. Thieves leave ransom note. Who does that? Who does that?
I don't know. You got to make sure you include the link because the images in this. I know this is a podcast, strictly audio, but click your links now.
I just love the fact that you would go through the trouble of just leaving a ransom note for such trivial things.
Well, it's only trivial if they had a few. David Moy, author, who starts this article out, Arthur O'Neill is not exactly tickled pink after having 40 flamingo statues. Wow, that is a lot. 40 flamingo statues stolen from his yard in the last 4 months. That's a terrible average.
But he's been seeing red.
I don't like this guy. The author. Sorry, the message scribbled. I should just not try and correct my somewhat numbish tongue right now. That's not what the message was. The message scribbled on the flamingo read, "If you want to see the rest of the flamingos, call this number," and listed a Massachusetts phone number.
Surely that could just be traced. It could be like a 24 episode. Jack Bauer is on the case. Drop the flamingos. I just want to know if it's a large scale operation, because if they got to move those flamingos at a quick pace, not one man can do it. So I hope they've got more than like 5 people.
Task force. Well, it does state here that the dude said, "I understand the police have more important things to worry about, but it hurts." He said that while he wants his birds returned to his flock, he's trying to not have a cow.
Does he think they're real?
I don't know. Well, he does say, "Come to daddy." I'll do it up to a certain point eventually. I would give up and say, "You won, guys." All right. Probably never going to see those flamingos ever again.
Okay, do you have any from Monique or whatever?
Well, it is... I don't know who Russell Neff is, but apparently he's accused of breaking into home, licking remote control in his underwear, and cooking. Russell Neff is accused of breaking and entering into a home in Salisbury, Maryland, but it's what he allegedly did after he was inside that will likely give homeowner the willies for years to come. That's the way it was written. By David Moy. What are you, afraid of articles? Give the homeowner the willies for years to come. Sorry. Officials said that Neff, 22, broke into the home on Wednesday and made himself comfortable by stripping down to his underwear and went into the kitchen to cook a chicken pot pie belonging to the victim.
You fucking fiend.
The homeowner told police he heard the suspect banging on the front door trying to get inside, so he went upstairs and called 911 when Neff got inside. We found the individual in question quite comfortable in the homeowner's leather recliner, only in his underwear, licking on the remote control, that's a link in the article, and waiting for a chicken pot pie he had found in the freezer to be done out of the microwave. Lieutenant Tim Robinson of the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office told blah, blah, blah. Neff initially resisted arrest. Interesting, but it was eventually taken into custody and charged with burglary, theft of a chicken pot pie, malicious destruction of property, and resisting arrest.
Do you think if he got his chicken pot pie, he wouldn't have resisted arrest?
I don't know. I'm thinking about clicking on the link where it says licking on the remote control. Is it just going to be another much larger news?
Click it and see what happens. I do want to bring up your channel quickly, because when you did the police officer's accent, it reminded me that I just wanted to commend you publicly on your varied and extremely different voice acting on your videos.
Screw you.
The bear and the Mr. Fox's girlfriend, at some point I thought, is this Phil? Because I don't know if you're amazing.
Thank you, Monique.
Warwick Davis? I thought he was right in the room with me.
What's that? Oh.
You're Warwick Davis. Hello, I'm Warwick Davis. Anyway.
It's not fair. It's not fair. You can't just stop in the middle of the news and assault. You know what?
Well, I was reminded of your fantastic and varied accents when you did your police, and I just wanted to commend you for it publicly. I mean, it's sincere. It is.
I don't think it is sincere, and it just will never. Hey, Lauren sent some viewer news
from Lauren W.
That is correct.
I did say the full name.
At one point.
Which is Wilder, just in case anybody wanted to know. She sent in some great news. I don't know what's up with her, but there's always some penis or, well, masturbation or poo news.
Yes.
And luckily, pretty much all the stories involve this. So I'm going to read one. World's worst son rubs dog defecation in mum's face during argument. It's a classic tale. Son demands vodka, mother yells at son. Son acquires feces, son smears feces on mother's face, son goes to jail.
Or the short version of Florida.
I was going to leave that one out because I don't want to insult any of those Floridians.
Fuck Florida. No, I'm just...
Fuck Philadelphia. Cops arrested William Jenkins, 22, on felony domestic battery charge for pushing his mother, 53, to the floor during the dispute. So he only got charged for pushing her.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta interject already. Some listeners, and perhaps Owen, you yourself,
you can't just interrupt the news.
I have to, because this is either coincidence or farcical. William Jenkins. All right, this story is about shit being shoved in the face.
Yep.
Are you familiar with jenking? Jenkum?
No.
Getting jenked?
Is that when you stick your fingers up somebody's butt?
Getting Billy Jenk corn? No. Never mind. Continue.
So thanks for interrupting and not even explaining. When cops questioned Jenkins, when questioned by cops, Jenkins denied pushing his mother, but he admitted that he did rub dog defecation on her face because she yelled at him. He's 22 years old. God, I hate you, Mom. Just
I know,
pick
but
up some poo.
what could she have possibly yelled to make him go right for the dog shit? For some reason in my mind, not that I think this was the actual scenario, but I like to picture a table with three set, like one plate had mustard, the other had custard pie, and then a third plate full of dog shit. And he was just like, oh, it's the dog shit for you, Mom.
I've had enough of your shit. Here's some back.
Sorry, I just saw in the news article that he got it from... He was definitely going for poo. He took it from
Well, that's
the home's
basically
back
that
porch.
news story. We don't need to go...
I didn't push her, I just rubbed shit in her face. Jeez.
I just like how that's not a criminal offence.
Shit facing? I don't know how would you describe
It's
that?
just the battery for pushing her over. Another link from
There's-
Lauren. I'm guessing NJ stands for New Jersey.
That is correct.
Oh, look at me and my American knowledge dropping bombs.
It's like you've been here.
What? I guessed a dolphin in America once.
Holy
New
Christ,
Jersey.
look at that picture.
New Jersey woman charged with fatal penis enlargement injection pleads not guilty to manslaughter.
God, that woman looks like Janet Jackson fell into that vat that Jack Nicholson fell in the Batman movie.
I can see the resemblance.
Oh. Scroll down. Do not click link.
Basically, okay. Newark, New Jersey. A New Jersey woman pleaded not guilty Tuesday to causing a man's death with an injection of silicone. He hoped it would enlarge his penis. A procedure experts caution doesn't work.
I feel like a simple Google search could have saved this man's life.
If you're this stupid, you deserve to die.
Oh, not by cock enlargement. No, man. No matter how stupid.
Keisha Riviera, 35, could face up to 10 years in prison if convicted for reckless manslaughter in the death of 22-year-old Justin Street. Do you find the irony in manslaughter? You know, you could just call it your man, your boys. She slaughtered his penis
I get it.
in his death. Street, father of two. Why would he do that? He's already got it.
Yeah.
He's already got in. He's already got two children. Why does he need to impress the ladies if he's already got some?
Sometimes it's not about proving your virility. Sometimes it's about proving that you have a giant cock that can get the job done.
So injected it with some silicone, so it's just a blob of...
I don't know where he got that idea. Apparently that causes silicone embolism in the penis. Lovely news, Lauren. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You dirty penguin fucker. Sorry, I hope your little sister isn't listening.
That's hot. Send me pictures. We got some news from...
I'm assuming he's talking about penguin fucking and not your sister.
That's awkward. And now I meant the sister.
Okay. She also said, I'm not... there's a man caught masturbating in PetSmart parking lot. Oh, the news article itself, obviously strange, but you need to go and read it because I found a comment in there that was odd. Man caught masturbating in PetSmart parking lot. Any day a public masturbator is caught is a good day for a couple of reasons.
Is it really?
I am by Vince Grisagoric. Okay, Vince. A pervy exhibitionist is yanked off the street. See? This is what I mean. We gotta call these people out on their fucking journalism. Yanked off the street, masturbating in PetSmart. And we get to bust all of our favorite masturbation euphemisms while telling you all about it. Is he apologizing or preparing us? Anyway, article is just chock full of things like Suspect was happened upon by an innocent bystander wholly unprepared for the backseat white-knuckled solo tube sock tango. That is a turn of phrase, yeah? Christ. Okay, so, yeah, some dude, for some reason, jacking off at PetSmart, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Is he targeting pets? Or 'cause when I think pet owners, I don't think, oh, that's where the women are going to be. That seems like a very... Maybe he's just ambiguous about his... At least he's not going to the blind fucking association and whacking off there.
I'm sure you've had the urge just to, the urge has overcome you. Well, maybe not overcome
God
you, but you've had
damn
that
it.
urge. And
I
you've
was...
acted on that
Sorry. I was touching back to the masturbator.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe
Alright.
he's got some condition where, I don't know, maybe he was just fantasizing in his head and then he was just like, oh God, I've got to get one out.
Look where I am. Fuck it.
We've all been
PetSmart. We've all been to PetSmart. In our own way. We're all like suspect. Oh, not named. Anonymous Johnson. I don't think that's his name. All right, so yeah. Guy whacks it.
Why is this news?
I know. I don't know. Anyway, so going through the comments, there's 5. Now, most of it is stuff, appropriate. He was at PetSmart. Where else should you spank the monkey?
There's no monkeys at PetSmart, idiots.
Yeah, no. They
Stupid
don't just
Ken
sell them.
Alexander.
Somebody talking. That's a long comment. Don't give a shit. There's the one with the Calvin and Hobbes avatar. It says, if he was going for irony, then he should have been at the zoo. Help me understand that. Anybody.
I think it goes again to spanking the monkey.
Really?
Well, we've had some news from Athena. It's not great news, so I won't really go into it, but belly up for the bar for a pregnancy test. Bars are selling pregnancy tests, so...
Oh, they should. No, wait. They should sell safe sex devices.
Such as the condoms.
Morning after pills.
Or the
Pardon
great
my
method
burping.
of pull-out, because we all know that one works. This
This
has been a highly sexual podcast. Now...
Method of madness. But
Best podcast we've done so far.
hang on, Fat Boy sent some news.
Uh-oh. Fat boy almost skipped over you. The wave of absurdities. Oh, he did. He did.
Yes, at the bottom.
Scrabble
See, this is
player
why.
ejected for cheating at national tournaments.
Didn't we do that? Or maybe I just read that on.
I remember something like that.
Yeah, I feel like we made jokes about that or something.
DC man orders TV from Amazon, gets rifle instead.
Yeah. See, that just doesn't seem like... I mean, it's very odd. It's an absurd title, but I think the title sums that all up. And then the weird political ploy of somebody dropping a whole bunch of teddy bears. After weeks of denial, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko admitted that a small Swedish plane entered his country's airspace on July 4th, dropping hundreds of teddy bears on tiny black parachutes. The teddy bears carried signs reading, Belarus freedom, and we support the Belarus struggle for free speech. Thus concludes any political agenda for the wave of absurdity.
Hooray!
We will get... Yes. I don't think there's any more news. Do you want to segue right into the viewer mail since I have Fat Boy's...
Sure, I will segue flawlessly. It's viewer mail time. As Phil drinks and his liver says, no! Stop it,
Ahoy
Phil.
there!
Stop it!
It's time for another crazy message from the lands under the seas. The Master Fat Boy himself. Wagwam! Now I'm thinking that this time I will try to do a hate mail, but who really knows
What?
what will end?
I haven't read this, so.
Who really knows what will end up?
Ah.
Now, Owen,
Yeah.
I remember that you used to have a forum.
Yeah.
That is correct, because I remember. I like that. I like that line. I'm going to use that. Well, how do you know? It's correct because I remember. That's how I know.
Oh God, fat boy, you're giving him a stupid
You're
line
giving
to
me-
work with.
It's not stupid. It's awesome. He continues, not like some people here. I'm assuming he means other people in the
You don't
inbox.
remember me having a forum, do you? You're
I
so out of the
remember-
loop, Phil.
I remember. Hang on. Wait till we get to the part. Also, in one live stream, I think it was after the New Year's live stream. Who knows? I don't have that great memory. You used to have random calls with people in chat roulette and let people teach you some word in their languages. You told me about this. I do remember you talking about the forum. I was never there for it. Sorry, I strayed. Fat Boy continues. Now I can't remember that word anymore. Okay, let me just go over that real fast. You used to have random calls with people in chat roulette and let people teach you some word in their languages. Now I can't remember that word anymore. I'm assuming he's talking about a specific word, perhaps the name for that thing you were doing? Or is he
No, I I decided, obviously, to hop onto chat roulette, and I have a Portuguese friend, and she taught me how to say "I eat babies" in Portuguese. Eu como os bebês, and that stuck with me. And I thought, I've got the internet at my hand. Chat roulette is a worldwide thing. Why not ask all the masturbators and kinky women who are from different countries to teach me the same phrase in different languages?
It's some good thinking there.
So,
So what was the phrase that he cannot remember?
I eat babies. I learned it in Russian. What was it? Polish.
Give us a quick
I-
rundown of what you remember.
I don't remember it now, but
Oh, okay. Well, that seems like a worthwhile hobby.
it's
that is-
interesting because I had this one really creepy dude, and
Just one? Whoa, I'd like to be in your little world. No,
well, he
sorry.
was like Spanish, and he had that.
Did he sound like this? Sorry.
Yeah, you can pretend to be him. That's my fantasy. Oh God. So he's got that sort of thick accent going on, and he's dragging his weenie off camera, and he wants me to show bits, of my anatomy, and
Man.
I promise him that I will if he teaches me the word. And it's a very odd phenomenon to be sat there learning I eat babies from a jerking Spanish man. It was one of my highlights for the new year, and I appreciate that, Mr. Jerking Spanish man. I hope you're doing well.
Wow.
I hope you're masturbating to many more strangers out there, because I appreciate you.
Oh, Fat Boy himself continues.
Wow.
That is all for Owen today.
I also had a group of Russians, and
I did too.
they were just
again,
getting drunk
honey.
on vodka.
It was a...
And
Oh,
the
right, we're
whole
talking about-
conversation that me and the Russians had were just calling his friends faggots. And every time I called one of their friends faggots, they would just jump up and cheer and drink more booze. It was brilliant.
Hey, that's how parties are started.
Fucking
And
Russians.
Continue.
Just, you're our faggot.
We burn him good.
They love it. All right, carry on.
Now, Phil, a short letter for you. I am sorry. Yeah, that is a short letter, and you are forgiven. In some video or podcast, I can't remember, you were talking about something, and I think you started to do a pirate voice. And now I just can't remember where it was from. From pirates.
There's a lot of non-remembrance in this email.
Yes. I wanted to take your Facebook picture, stalky, in parentheses. Oh, God. And make you into a pirate and then add the sound. It would look fantastic. I don't remember any scenario where pirates were involved, where I did a pirate voice.
The news story, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Well, oh, yeah. So he just sent the email? No,
Who's listening in? Go on, do your best pirate voice.
yeah. Wait, I need a line. All right. Now, Phil, a short letter for you, matey. I am sorry. In some video or podcast, a wee thing I can't remember, you were talking about something, and I think you started to do a pirate voice, and now I just can't remember where it was from. You be sure now, laddie, next time you send an email that you have an episode number, and then all this non-remembrance will go away. Ouch. Now for the Mamma Mia, that's a mouthful. I would like you to eat some regular cookies with cheese cream on them. Ha! Try to eat that. That doesn't sound like it's bad.
Do it, Phil.
Piano starts playing with the Wave of Absurdity ending song. Okay, let's just imagine that. And now I believe it has come to everybody's favorite part of the letter, where I say goodbye, keyboard, keyboard. Goodbye, fat boy, fat boy. I'm going to do an Owen's life update in under 10 seconds. You ready? You ready, Owen?
Yes.
Well, guess what, Phil, reading this? I didn't copy the whole ending because I just didn't.
Oh.
All right, well, I've mixed feelings, fat boy. The top half of your email was very exciting, and as we got to the end, I feel like you were doing something else. Christopher B. Sorry, Owen. No time for that.
Carry on. I'll just be here in the corner if you need me.
Hey guys, love the podcast. You too always make me laugh, so I thought I'd send in some more of my faves.
He didn't say faves, he said fav.
Sorry, it's in my nature to this. Half the people, English is not their primary language. Cut some slack, Jack.
If you want to
Sparrow.
teach me how to say I hate babies in your language, please send an email. waveofabsurdity@hotmail.com.
Joke number 1. 3 guys stranded on a desert island find a magic lantern containing a genie who grants them each one wish. The first guy wishes he was off the island, poof, and back home. The second guy wishes the same. The third guy says, I'm lonely. I wish my friends were back here. Boo! Unless
If that was me,
the third
you'd be
guy,
there, Phil. We shit pants.
If I was there, I would be the third guy, but I would be like, you know what? I'm going to give up my freedom just to fuck these 2 guys' freedoms.
I'll just be there slapping you in the thigh.
Joke number 2. A young boy enters a barber shop and the barber whispers to his customer, this is the dumbest kid in the world. Watch while I prove it to you. The barber, fuck that. The barber puts a dollar bill in one hand and 2 quarters in the other, and then calls the boy over and asks, which do you want, son? The boy takes the quarters and leaves. What did I tell you, said the barber. That kid never learns. Later, when the customer leaves, he sees the same young boy and sodomizes him violently.
That's not what it says at all.
The boy takes the...
Don't mix fantasy with reality, Phil.
He sees the same young boy coming out of the ice cream store. Hey, son, may I ask you a question since you're prone to talking to strangers and taking things from them? Why did you take the quarters instead of the dollar bill? The boy licked his cone and replied, because the day I take the dollar, the game is over. Whoa, that's not a joke. That's like some hidden Mr. Miyagi life lesson. Oh yeah, Mr. Miyagi, none of you heard. I totally caught a fly, like, in a scissor finger mode. That was fucking cool. Joke number 3. 2 campers are hiking in the woods when one is bitten on the rear end. Really? Welcome to a Wave of Absurdity. No cursing allowed.
Tits.
One is bitten on the rear end by a rattlesnake. Oh, rattlesnake! Owen! Dive for it!
I'm looking, man. Sorry, what was that?
2 campers are hiking in the woods when one is bitten on the rear end by a rattlesnake. Holy shit. Total immersion joke. I'll go into town for a doctor. He runs 10 miles. Oh. He runs 10 miles to a small town and finds the town's only doctor who is delivering a baby. That's you, Owen. You're not looking at the email, are you? Don't drop the rattlesnake. It might be important later.
Okay, where are we? I can't leave.
Go on.
I thought you were... I can't leave, the doctor.
The doctor says.
I can't leave.
The doctor says.
But
if you didn't go, we could have went on.
But here's what to do. Take the knife, cut a little...
I've got it! Ah!
Cut a little X where the bite is, suck out the poison and spit it on the ground.
But he's been bitten in the rear end. The guy ruins back to his friend. Sorry, Chris. But you did type ruins, which is what we did to your email. The guy runs back to his friend, who is in agony. What did the doctor say? The victim asks.
Oh, you're gonna die.
Ah! It's the ass snake. All right, well done, Christopher. Not really. Those were all extraordinarily terrible. Lauren, following our request for separate emails for separate viewers. Separate but equal. Lauren is pro-segregation. Now, I'll read the first part, because you're not clicking on anything. Dearest Phil and Owen, first things first. Well, I like the cut of her logic. Phil, you made the comment that no one is listening by the time you get to the mouth.
I just realized she put Phil and Owen, not Owen and Phil.
Ha ha! The tides have changed.
That's some psychological shit she's got going on there.
She's probably just... I bet you if we look back, she alternates. She seems very negotiator-like.
I'm going to episode 8. The Lauren Files. Hey, Owen and Phil. Let's go to episode 7. The... Is I read too much? No. Where's the first one? Come on. Where is it? She just said hey on that one. Oh, see? I don't know.
She's fucking with us, man. She wants us to fight it out, and then she'll just kill whichever one of us is left. Okay. I would just like to point out that you were incorrect. Oh, okay. The following is to be read in a creepy voice. The 4% are listening to you. The 4% care about you. The 4% love you. And creepy voice.
See the creepy picture?
Huh?
Do you see the creepy picture?
Yeah, I have the embedding. I know there's a link there. I have to walk away briefly. So if you could continue her email. Lauren, don't take it personally. Obviously, I've seen this before, you penguin banger. I'll be right back.
So, she agrees with me that the mouthfeel segment is a winner. Only 4% really get to the end of the podcast, but as for the 96%, it's their loss. They're missing out on one of the best segments of the entire show. I know, it's a great feature. I'm trying to convince you to keep doing mouthfeel. If you want to continue it, go right ahead. But keep in mind that if you do continue mouthfeel, you're going to have to come up with a segment equally as awesome for the 4%. Don't worry, I've already thought about that, Lauren, and everybody else. Well, the 4%. If Phil gets rid of mouthfeel, we're going to do Phil counts to 1,000.
Here's a brief excerpt from our test episode.
Okay, Phil, it's time for Phil counts to 1,000. Go.
No, you fucked up. I was going to start in the middle, like we had already done it, and now you ruined that. I was going to be like, 300, 301, 302. You fucked it up. Did you like the joke? I just blew a seal. Leave my personal life out of this.
Moving
Different
on.
joke, same punchline.
I have done that creep out cashier thing. One time I bought a banana, a tube of hot pink lipstick, and some condoms. When I got to the register, it was an older woman that goes to my church. We greeted each other and they seemed happy to see me. Until they saw my items.
And then they were happier.
She gave me the funniest look I've ever gotten out of a cashier. We did not speak for the rest of the time. Nailed it.
Well, wait, what were the items again? Bananas, lip gloss, and condoms?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
It's clear.
It's not
They
random at all.
Were
Lauren is a
she
banana
two
sucker.
bananas. She drew our faces on each of them. Put the condom on.
Don't kill me! Ah!
The above link is not for your news. I will send it in different news. And she has sent a link. The title is Granny Porn. It's sweeping the nation.
It's
By now you're tired of the cougar. But are you
I'm
ready
not-
for
I'm-
grandma?
I'm not clicking on it.
A good friend of mine asked me this morning if I'd ever watched granny porn. And while I was thinking, I don't even wear granny panties, so why the fuck would I want to watch old ass women fucking? He has been watching these movies a lot, he said.
It's a rhetorical question, right?
Yes. I noticed that a lot of these women are from Eastern Europe. It's not as if they were porn stars before. I think they're just old women who needed money. And this is a good
Fuckism.
thing. He explains further. I would rather watch the old women rather than watching an 18-year-old thinking that she was kidnapped and pumped full of drugs to do this.
Wow.
I could
that's
respect the
harsh.
thought process, but ew! Then I thought about the Golden Girls. Rue
Rue McClanahan. Oh my god. Why
Blanche.
would you bring up the Golden Girl?
She was always having unseen sex on that show. And I have to admit, I still watch the Golden Girls at night on WWE.
Unseen sex.
So I decided to check out some links to granny porn, and it wasn't
I'm
what I thought it
checking
was
out.
going to be. Look for yourself. Links are
I'm
not
just
safe
letting
for
you
work.
know. I'm checking out right now.
Okay, going back to the email. Honestly, I don't care for granny porn, but I'm not totally against its presence on the internet. If other people enjoy watching old granny titties flop around,
Don't
I
be so
say let them
specific.
enjoy it. Fine by me.
Why would you be so specific?
Also, I have a master debater topic. Hoodies! Not the zip ones, but the pull-up ones. And
Wait,
that
wasn't there a
seriously
big-
wasn't me in the picture. If you Google image search penguin porn, it should be the first result.
You're a penguin humper. That might not be you, but it's a personification of you.
Speaking of penguins,
Speaking of hoodies, jumping the gun here.
oh my goodness.
Trayvon, the
Hey,
Wait.
hey, let's not get serious.
I know. I'm just saying that's why we probably wouldn't end up doing hoodies, because that would be a major talking point for one of us, and then we get all political. So
Hey, let's do a fart joke. Let's lighten the mood. I don't know any jokes. Come on, Phil.
what's the best part about having a homeless girlfriend?
You could drop her off anywhere.
Yeah, see, there we go, on the ball. I like that. Did I ever tell you the story about when I met my wife's sister's husband? I guess technically that's still my brother-in-law.
No.
He is Scottish, and
He's
we were in a-
Scottish.
yes, and we were in a bar when I first met him.
Where all the
And-
Scots are anyway. English humour.
Well, aside from singing karaoke, I was pretty lit. And aside from singing karaoke, do not ever sing I Want Your Sex by George Michael to somebody whose sister is there. Because in the lyrics, it's like, talk to your sister, I am a lover. And I had to add, like, it was just the lyrics, honey. It's not. It's just a song. Anyway, so I had that little awkward moment. And then I thought I would lighten the mood with him by telling him a limerick.
Okay.
And in order for the limerick to work, I had to do it in an accent, which would kind of be a bad thing you would think to do to somebody that's notably initially had trouble because we're all white here, and he's just
Oh, racist.
like, well, no, I mean, this was a while ago. He's gotten much better with the dialect and accent and stuff.
Oh,
I say better.
Racist.
Yes, not better, but more acclimated to the way. He's spent more time here. He's becoming more and more. He's a very educated man. He's picking up things quite quickly. Anyway, I cannot for the life of me remember the limerick. Now, wait, hang on. There once was a woman from China. She had an enormous vagina. And when she was dead, they painted it red and turned it into a... Oh, I fucked it up!
Speaking of penguins, a penguin was driving down the road one night when the check engine light came on. He pulled over at a gas station, and the attendant said he'd take a look at it and tell him what was wrong. The penguin went over to the nearby shop and bought a vanilla ice cream cone. He finished the ice cream, threw the wrapper away, and walked back to the gas station, wanting more of a waddle, where the attendant was waiting for him. "It looks like you blew a seal," said the attendant. "Oh no, it's just vanilla ice cream," replied the penguin.
Oh, see, I thought you had read that when I was gone. That's why I said, blew a seal, leave my personal life out of this. Because that's the other punchline I heard to that show. There once was a woman from China who had an enormous vagina. And when she was dead, they painted it red and used it to park a cruise liner.
Hope that tickles your fancy. The podcast is amazeballs. Keep up the bang tidy work. Much love, Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren, to fuck up your email after all the emails you've sent us.
Now,
That about wraps it up.
it's time
To wrap up the show.
for the feature that we've all been waiting for. Phil, tell us what feature it is.
It's either Owen eats or I will chew on this aluminum can. What do you have to eat for us today, Owen?
Okay, because Phil hadn't prepared for anything, I've decided to...
I'm in a special place right now, okay? I'm sorry. This is why I wanted to have clear amount of episodes before we started. Sorry, tangent.
So, because Phil didn't have anything prepared,
Shit on you.
I have decided to take the step and hopefully fulfill the large hole that I have to...
Oh, you think using the word fulfill makes it somewhat special? You think you can just eat shit online? Huh?
I'm gonna try, damn it, and I think you're gonna be amazed.
You think, you think this is a game?
Mamma
Go
mia!
ahead.
That's a nice mouth, Owen. So today I've got for you some hula hoops, some crisps. They're just plain, they're original, much like Phil's humour. So we're going to give them a go. And
I don't find that a big insult. Do you have interesting facts to read about them?
I do, actually. I do. So get ready, because
All right.
this is a podcast first.
This might... Oh, I was going to give you a drum roll. Oh, well.
The first crisp recipe was created by George Crumb in Saratoga Springs in New York. On August 24th, 1853, he called down Saratoga Chap.
What?
In 1927,
1927? Is that a real way to say that?
Laura Clough, shut up,
wanna-
came up with the idea of selling crisps in individual portions in sealed wax paper bags.
Crisps.
The world's largest bag of crisps was made in Ohio, US. In 2003, and weighed 1,085 pounds and 8 ounces. The world's largest crisp was created on June. It's harder than it seems. Was created on June 3rd, 1991, by food engineers working for Procter and Gamble, the owners of Pringles. It measured 25 times 14 inches, weighed 5.4 ounces, and equal the size and content of 80 regular Pringle crisps.
Owen, I know you're new at this. So I'm going to give you a little advice.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You do not hit them with so much information, okay?
Oh, man, I spat a lot of them out.
Yeah, enjoy cleaning your microphone.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I applaud your decision for going the easy route for chips, crisps. Good call, Owen.
It is harder than it looks.
It is a tasty segment.
It is.
And you can see why it needs to be at the end.
Oh, I want more. So, hopefully those facts have tied you over. You should know all about crisps.
You need to email. There's one of two reasons you're going to email. One, you won something in the past, and nothing ever happened about that. Unless you're the person that won the $20 thing and missed out on it, you're fucked. We'll figure that out later about who's getting that. Weren't we supposed to do that now? Should we do that now?
Sure, why not?
Wave of Absurdity at hotmail.com. That's the address you're going to email. And tell me why Hitman is so awesome of a game to just unleash hell. You don't have to do that. Just email us. So, I am lost. How was school?
Sorry.
So, how is the podcast you're doing with that guy?
Sorry.
Did I tell you I found out what those negative 8,000 views were? It was an audit. It was a view audit. What the shit? Like, yeah, sorry, Mr. Rorschach, but 8,000 of your views apparently don't count for shit. Oh. Okay.
Okay, I don't think this is
Sorry.
talk for the podcast, but hey. We will be back.
Oh, now you're making these decisions! It's all right for you to say your little condescending, I love your different voices, haha. But I say audit, and you're like, you know what? Fuck your shit. Is the window closed? Oh, thank God it's closed.
I'm sure I'll have lots to talk about. Hopefully some funny adventures happen whilst in London. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to The Wave of Absurdity. Probably our worst episode yet, Phil.
No, I could pick a different one that I think is worst. So, I think this, I think this is better than one of the other ones. Yes.
So the second worst podcast.
Roll with that.
Alright, everybody, I'm out.
Wait. I wanted to make an announcement.